December, said engineer Kifle Horo, project manager of the dam. Sinohydro, a Chinese state-owned hydropower engineering and construction company, will undertake the construction of the units. According to the revised plan, the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam will be completed in 2023. Addis Asafa has a story.
Journalists both from Ethiopia and abroad paid a visit to Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The event was organized by National Committee for Public Support Mobilization for the Grand Renaissance Dam. When the project was launched, it has been started with two departments, that of the civil engineering and electromechanical. The civil part was given to Seleni Construction, while the electromechanical had been given to Metec. Project was scheduled to be finalized in 5 years' time. However, it has scored 8 years now. Project that had been carried out by Seleni reached 80%, whereas Metec did below 25% of its task. The project that was given to Metec has been cancelled and given to 5 international construction companies. Deputy Manager of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, Engineer Ephraim Woldekidan, briefed media on the challenges, the current status of the dam, and measures taken.
The major dam has reached over 80.12%, and the dam that was assigned to generate power unit is about 63% completed.
Engineer Abdo Ibrahim is mechanical engineer of the project.
What we are seeing down there is the part of the turbine. It is made by GIE Hydro France, which is owned by France.
Director of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam Public Support Mobilization Directorate, Hailu Abraham, said, through this Grand Renaissance Dam, the nation has built a unity.
Through this Grand Renaissance Dam, we have built national unity. We all constructing the dam. Participation of the public should be sustained, and the media also have got great role in encouraging the public and discouraging negative deeds.
The Oromia Cooperative Association Expansion Agency stressed the need to work in an organized manner to realize the Oromo economic revolution. The agency has evaluated its work performance here in Adama town. Oluma Baine has a story.
The Oromia Cooperative Association Expansion Agency has evaluated its 2018-2019 work performance and put future directions for 2019-2020 fiscal year. Some participants of the discussion argued that working being organized under association is very essential to enhance the economy of the country.
Most of our people are living in rural areas and their life depends on agriculture. So mechanizing agriculture to maximize its product and productivity is very important. Creating market linkage should also be strengthened. We have to strengthen our cooperative association. In doing so, we can enhance our capital.
Some participants noted that the Oromia Cooperative Association expansion has great role in strengthening and sustaining economy of the region. Vice Head of the Oromia Cooperative Association Expansion Agency, Gamada Olana, said that supporting political achievements with economy should be mandate of every citizen of the country.
Cooperative associations are pillars for our economic development. If we want to improve our economy, we have to be organized in association.
Metto University said it is working to promote the Ilu Oromo culture and strengthening the reforms of Mecha Oromo Gada system. Apagada Council of the area called on the university to preserve and promote the Gada system. Tamaske Mulatu reports.
Due to the past regime, the Mecha Oromo Gada system has been interrupted for more than 1.5 centuries in western part of Oromia. With the efforts of government, Oromo scholars, and Abagadas, the reform of Mecha Oromo Gada system has been undertaken in the area starting from recent years. The universities found in these areas have also playing their leading role in resuming the Gada system among Mecha Oromo. Metto University is one of the universities found in western part of Oromia. It has been working on promoting the Ilu Oromo cultures through conducting various researches. The university has been working under the motto "We are dedicated to serve the public." Instructors Lamesa Wagari and Balina Fufa are working in Oromo Research Center at Metu University. They are to say the following on the works being undertaken by the university in promoting the surrounding community's culture and values.
Oromo Research Center is conducting different research, and the project is we gave priority for Ilu. For example, now we are proceeding, we are engaging one research project called Scientific Identification and Promotion of Ilu Tourism Potential Areas. In this, there is many tourist site attractions in Ilu Babur. So, primarily we wanted to study their culture, their tradition, and their tourism sites, and so on.
So now we have been conducting, especially our students, and most of our students are the Western as well as from the east part of Oromia. They have been conducting a lot of research. So now, concerning this area, concerning this tourism, as well as the cultural, as well as the historical and the natural aspect, we have been dealing with especially research. But now, what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have? One evidence is launching Oromo Research Center itself is one evidence.
Research and Community Service Vice President of Metu University, Agai Berkesa, on his part said that his university has been working with its maximum effort to dig out and promote culture of Ilu Oromo through setting various projects.
As we all know, researches were conducted in universities. But to give attention for the issue, we have approved by university management. Now, Oromo Culture Center has been established in our campus. So, in the center, various researches which will support the work of promoting the surrounding community's culture has been conducting.
Acting President of the University, Dr. Takalin Kajela, on his part underscores that though Metu University is the third generation university, it is exerting maximum effort to benefit the surrounding community. Since
the establishment of Oromo Culture Center in the universities, we have developing many projects, especially in promoting Ilu's culture and history. For instance, we have organized the role of Afan Oromo Language Symposium, which is first in its kind. This is a big achievement of our university. In addition to this, in collaboration with Zonal Culture and Tourism Office, various workers are...
Abagadat Tesema Muluna is the secretary or Abachafe of Salgan Ilu Geda Council. He said, even though encouraging beginnings are among the universities, much is expected from them in reforming the Mecha Geda system. Including Dambidolo University, Metu, Ambo, Walega, and Jimma universities have to discharge their responsibilities in reforming Mecha or Musgeda system because there are a number of scholars in these universities. So I call upon them to preserve our culture.
The Sudanese ruling Transitional Military Council and the Declaration of Freedom and Change started direct negotiations. The two parties agreed on many issues in face-to-face talks hosted by the Ethiopian envoy, Ambassador Mohamed Rir, and African Union envoy, Mohamed El Hassan or Libet. During the negotiations, the two sides agreed on a number of issues, including the release of detainees, said Mohamed El Hassan or Libet after the meeting. The two sides resumed talks after Ethiopian and the EU mediators urged both sides to revive negotiations on a new governing body to solve the country's current political crisis. Mediators led by Ethiopia's Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and AU Commission Chairperson Musa Faki Mohamed have been trying to broker a return to direct talks between the two sides. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy and Musa Faki Mohamed also held in-depth talks on the situation in the Sudan last Tuesday. They welcomed the significant progress made in the negotiations between the Sudanese parties and encouraged the actors in Sudan to redouble their efforts to overcome their differences. Ethiopia is set to export processed coffee for African countries as exploring new market destination for its growing value-added coffee production. Director General of Ethiopian Coffee and Tea Authority, Adunya Dabala, said Ethiopia is improving its coffee export law for African countries. Ethiopia is the largest coffee producer in Africa and the fifth largest producer in the world and accounts for 4.2% of the global coffee production. He pointed out that Ethiopia is expanding its market access to African countries through value addition on its coffee bean. According to the Director General, Ethiopia is still a major producing country of high-value coffee, and the government is targeting African countries as alternative coffee export destinations as the price in global market fluctuates. With increasing trend of coffee consumption in Africa, Ethiopia is putting forward to create value-added competitive coffee exports across the continent. Boeing announced $100 million in funds to address family and community needs of those affected by the tragic accidents of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 and Lion Air Flight 610. These funds are an initial investment to be paid over multiple years to support education, hardship, and living expenses for impacted families, community programs, and economic development in impacted communities, said the company in a statement. The company will work with local governments and non-profit organizations to deploy the money over the upcoming years. The two air tragic accidents, both involving Boeing 737 MAX 8 jets, killed a combined 346 people. Boeing also pledged that it will release additional information in the near future. The company employees will also have the opportunity to make donations in support of the families and communities impacted by the accidents, the statement noted. That's it from me and the whole team, and thanks for joining us.